Hello again, welcome to the Mystery Steamboat channel. If you're subscribed already, a big thumbs up to you. If you're not, there's a little subscribe button somewhere, there's a little bell for notifications. This is the next part of my Ask Me a Question. If you still want to ask me a question, put something in the comments down below. For those people who I have answered the question today, if you check in the description of the YouTube clip, there will be a link to their particular YouTube channel. So do feel free to check them out and see what they're up to in life and maybe subscribe to their channels. So on with the questions. This one comes from the Disney Nuggets. They are, I say cool, I just love their name, the Disney Nuggets. That's just the coolest name to call yourself as a YouTube channel. I'm really jealous of that one. It's a really cool name. My name is Mystery Steamboat, and if you don't know, mystery is me because I'm a bit of a mystery. Steamboat is linked to a certain mouse's first cartoon. If you know your Disney, you will know that cartoon. So that's the Steamboat, and then mystery, and then the initials is MS, and MS is the disability that I have. I suffer with MS. I don't really talk about it too much. If people post that question to me, I'm probably not going to answer it, to be honest with you, because the way I deal with MS is to smile and share the happiness. I may fall, I do fall, and I try and laugh it off as best I can. So anyway, let's go back to the Disney Nuggets question. Hi, my question is, of course, food related. What is your most favourite thing to eat in Walt Disney World? Not including nuggets, because we all know they are everyone's favourite. And to be honest, Disney Nuggets are really good. They are really good. If we go in the parks, kind of on my I must have something to eat in the park is probably Casey's Corner, because I do love a hot dog. They do in Disneyland Paris, but I think Florida do them a bit better. So we do that. But if I was to pick one place to say you must eat, and it's the one place that I tend to eat, well, I say I tend, we always eat, every time I've been there I've always been there, is in Disney Springs now. It keeps on changing its name, and it's Disney Springs now. It's Wolfgang Puck's Express, and what I've always eaten there is their spaghetti bolognese. Now spaghetti bolognese is just, you know, everyone can make a spaghetti bolognese, probably except for me, but whatever he puts in it is like, this is beautiful. And I'm generally a slow eater, and the last time we ate there, my wife was like, how quickly have you eaten that? You've beaten me. It's like, and it's gone. I don't know if it's still on the menu. We've not been to Florida for 4 years, so I need to check if it's still on the menu, because if it's not, I'll be knocking on Wolfgang's door saying, where's my spaghetti bolognese? I've been waiting 4 years for this. So yes, if you've not been there, give it a go. Love Wolfgang Puck's. Yeah, got his autograph as well, because I've seen him pop up on a few shows. He's popped up on Saturday Kitchen, I think he was on. I think he's been on this morning, and just love the way he's although he's American, I think he's got an Austrian. I think he comes from Austria, so he's got an Austrian accent as well, which is Arnie Schwarzenegger land. Yeah, really good, yeah. Where was the other place we like eating? It's the Land, that's it, the Land Pavilion. There's a big dining area down there, so it's quite a huge area to eat. And last time we was there, I had some sort of pork medallion with mashed potato. That was really nice as well, because I think the trouble with Disney is that you can find yourself eating way too many burgers. So I try to avoid burgers, and if anything, I'll probably eat way too much pasta. But then I do like pasta. So yeah, so that's that one. They also asked me another question, so they're very naughty. It's supposed to be a one question. They've asked me two. Have I got any tattoos? And that's kind of funny, because I've always wanted a tattoo. You probably don't know this, but I like a lot of music. I like Elvis. I like Madness, as you might have seen from a sing-along. Love Madness. They were my first band that I bought an album of, Madness. Kate Bush I love, Madonna, Prince, loved Prince, see Prince in concert, phenomenal. Michael Jackson, seen him in concert, yeah. But then I sort of went a different route, probably from Prince onwards, and I started liking more heavy metal stuff. And Alice Cooper, just love Alice Cooper. I've seen him a couple of times. Brilliant, brilliant show, because it is a show to see him. Met him a couple of times as well. Brilliant. Then it went to Metallica, Marilyn Manson, Rob Zombie, which was White Zombie. Then it was Rob Zombie, Static X. They're probably just, unfortunately, the lead singer of Static X has died, and it's a real shame because, again, you either love Static or you hate Static. But again, look on YouTube for Static X songs. If you like heavy metal, they're really fast. I think they I don't know what the term, because they have different categories of heavy metal. They call themselves evil disco. And if you listen to them, particularly what's the song? It's stuff from their first album, the Wisconsin Death Trip. It's when they really have got that disco, evil disco going. I forget the name of it now. I should know the songs. I'm With Stupid is one of them, and there's track 1 of that album. But check them out, and you might think, wow, these are really cool, because they are really cool. So anyway, going back to the question, because I'm kind of waffling along, which I thought I might do. Haven't got any tattoos? No. Would I love a tattoo? Yes. Would I get a tattoo? No. Simple answer is I'm petrified of needles, which is a funny thing in itself, because I don't take them now, but a number of years ago I was on disease-modifying drugs for my MS, which involved me having to inject myself with a needle. But what they give me at hospital was what they call a pen. So you literally you dropped in the needle, and it was in a pen, and then you just put it on your arm, and I used to do it on my legs, and you go click, and it used to go fire it in and put all the medication in there, and that's it, take it out, and I'd be full of pinpricks everywhere and bruises and God knows what else. Don't take that anymore, because I kind of progressed. So that was, I was relapsing remitting MS. Now I'm secondary progressive, so there's no medication you could take for that. That medication wasn't really a cure, it was just potentially to try and stop having relapses. So did it work, did it not? I don't know, but I was taking medication as instructed by my hospital. So based on the fact that I'm kind of used to needles, I should say yes, I should have a, but no, it's not going to happen. Were I to have a tattoo, it'd be a very, very small one, so it doesn't hurt as much, but it would be a question mark. It would be a question mark, because again, that comes back to the mystery. It's a question mark, and there's 2 reasons why I'm a mystery, because I'm a mystery, but there's 2 reasons for the question mark symbol. One, it's a Doctor Who thing, because I love Doctor Who, and 2, who had a question mark in Batman in the 1960s? That would be the Riddler, and Frank Gorshin is just awesome. I just love the Riddler in Batman in the 60s. Again, if you've watched 60s Batman, you know exactly what I mean. He also popped up in an episode of Star Trek, I think it might have been Series 3, and I think it was Let That Be Our Last Battlefield, I think it was called from memory, and it was a story where he had one side was white and one side was black on his face, and then he was up against another one, and he had the same thing, the white and black, but it was in reverse. And it was just, again, that one episode, he just stole it. He just, oh, brilliant. So that's my answer, that one. Not got a tattoo, love a tattoo, never going to happen. So there we go. Let's see if I can find another question. As he opens up his phone. That's that one. Right, we'll come back to Sheila. Sheila might be a special programme, because Sheila was extra naughty. She asked me 5 questions. 5 questions. It might be a Sheila special, that one. So let's go to let's see. He's got LIF3 with PlayStation, so I guess that's life with PlayStation. Where would you like to visit next if money was not an option? Now this might seem really bizarre, because you're going to think I'm going to say somewhere on planet Earth, and I'm not. My wife said, why are you even thinking, because I was telling her this last night, why? It's the one place I would love to visit. So if money was not an option, it's the one place I would like to go, and that's to the moon. I would love to walk on the moon. I can't walk properly anyway. As you probably can see from this, that I've pointed there, you might see there's things there. That's part of my frame on wheels that I use to walk around the house, because I can't walk unaided. So hopefully if I was on the moon, because it's a bit bouncy and weightlessness, I might be able to walk a bit better. I'd so love to walk on the moon. I'm always looking at the moon from my telescope. I've got a small telescope, and there's a little video on my YouTube channel which is just sort of pictures I've taken through my telescope. And I have seen Jupiter, I've seen Saturn through my telescope, I've seen the Orion Nebula through my telescope. It's a small one, but you can still see, even for, well, I say small, you might think that's a big telescope, but I think it's deemed a small telescope because it's down to the, I think, the size of the aperture, whatever it is, the more light it lets in, the better the picture. But if you look at that video on my channel, you'll see what I can see through that telescope, and it is cool because you can see craters through that telescope, and that is really cool to see craters. And if you are thinking, oh, I want to go down the route of, you know, becoming an astronomer, taking pictures, it's very easy to take pictures. Literally, you know, there's the eyepiece of your telescope, hold your camera in front of it, you can literally hold your iPhone, click, done. So easy to take a picture. But the rule is, if you want to take a good picture of the moon with craters, do not take it at full moon, because the sun is shining directly on the moon, and you won't see, you see craters, but you won't see the craters. If again you look at my pictures, you will see when you are looking at sort of up to half, a quarter, even sort of half, when it's half lit or just over half lit, the sun sort of creates shadows on those craters, and they just create far better pictures, far better pictures. So that's where I like to be. So I won't do a GoFund crowding thing, whatever they're called, because it's never going to happen, is it? It must take millions to get to the moon, and we're not even as a planet going to the moon. Well, we are going to the moon. They're launching probes up there, but there's no manned trip to the moon yet. They keep on talking about putting man on Mars, so that's the next thing. Do I want to go to Mars? Not really. That's quite a trip to Mars, and it could be a one-way trip, and I want to come back because I need my Disney fix. So at least the moon you can come back. So that's my answer. I'd love to go to the moon. Well, that's it for today. There will be some more Ask Me a Questions coming up, so do keep an eye out for those. If you still want to ask me a question, say just put a little question at the bottom of the comments box here, and do check out the description for the people who have contributed towards this little particular vlog, and check out their channels. So we'll see you soon.